Hello, this is Billionaire Keisha, and we are going to discuss money multiplication. All right, I will see you on the other side of this video where we talk about the rule of 72s and the secrets that the millionaires have had for several years. Let's take a listen.
YouTube, Myron Golden here, and this is the third video in the Get Rich series. I did one on it's easier for you to get rich now than ever in human history, history and mystery of wealth. I did one on the millionaire cash flow formula. I did one on the virtual millionaire formula. So I guess this is the fourth one. Anyway, third, fourth, who's counting? On this video, I'm going to show you how to create legacy wealth, how it's possible, like liquid millionaire formula. That's what I call this. I call this like the liquid millionaire formula. I showed you the cash flow millionaire formula before. I showed you the virtual millionaire formula. This is the liquid millionaire formula. I know before I get started, just so you know, I didn't forget what I said before. And some people say, Myron, are you talking about a get rich quick scheme? And I would always answer, well, you better hope so, because you're not going to be here long enough to get rich slow, right? And I showed you the video before, in the other video before, wealth is measured more in time than money. And if two people make $1 million, like if you make $1 million, are you rich? The answer is it depends. What does it depend on? It depends on how long it took you to make it, right? And so if it takes you, if you make $25,000 a year for 40 years, at the end of 40 years, you made $1 million. Are you rich? You're not rich. Why are you not rich? You're not rich because it took you too long to make it. But if you make that same $1 million in a year, are you rich? You are. You're 40 times richer than a person who makes it in over a 40-year time period. If you make $1 million a month, are you even richer? You are. You're not richer because you made more money. You're richer because you made the money faster. But the wealth creation that I'm going to talk about today is not rapid wealth. It's not the fast wealth. It's not going to be the leveraged wealth that you get to really, really fast. This is going to be the legacy wealth. And this is one of the most important plays you need to add to your mix. And that is, you need to figure out a way to get the most powerful force in the universe when it comes to financial freedom, like the most powerful financial force in the universe working for you instead of working against you. And that financial formula is called the rule of 72. What is the rule of 72? Well, the rule of 72 states if you take your rate of return and you divide it into 72, whatever your answer is, that's how long it takes for your money to double, right? So most people don't know this. This is why this right here, what I just wrote on this board, is one of the reasons why it is absolutely a terrible idea to save money. You have to invest money. Saving money is not enough. So what do you want to do? You want to make sure you get a high enough rate of return on your investment. So let's say you put your money in the bank, and let's say the bank's feeling generous this year, and they say, we're going to give you 3% on your money. You divide that into 72, and the answer is 24. So if you can get 3% per year, you divide that into 72, your money's going to double every 24 years, which means if you start with $1,000 and you invest it at 3%, well then in 24 years, you're going to have $2,000. 24 years after that, you're going to have $4,000. And 24 years after that, your grandchildren are going to have $8,000 because you ain't going to be here no more, right? So just understand this is how it works. Einstein said that compound interest is the most powerful financial force in the universe. Myron Golden says, any financial principle that you don't know and you're not using, someone's using it against you. So if Einstein is right and Myron Golden is right, if we're both right, and you don't understand compound interest, that means there are a lot of institutions out there using the most powerful financial force in the universe against you financially. No wonder most people are broke. So what should you do? I'm going to teach you a concept that millionaires use. Y'all ready? It's called flip the script. That's a millionaire formula? Oh yeah. So what you do is you take this and you make them trade places. What does that look like? That means if you can get 24%, divide that into 72, now it only takes 3 years for your money to double. So now your money's working harder for you. 24%, when you get to double digit returns, we call those millionaire rates of return, right? So now what you got to do is like, I got to figure out where I can get these millionaire rates of return. Now, if you want to get multi-millionaire rates of return, instead of getting this 24% per year, figure out how you can get this 24% per month. What's that look like? Well, if you can get 24% per year, your money's going to double every 3 years. If you can figure out a way to get 24% per month, your money's going to double every 3 months. You say, Myron, you can't get 24% per month. Oh, you can get 24% per month. Is it likely you're going to get 24% per month? Nope. Is it possible to get 24% per month? Yes, if you have the skill level. And this is why it's so important for all of us to become, if you're not already, to become a perpetual learner. You got to figure out how to make your money work harder for you. I submit to you that for many people watching this video right now, the reason you have to have a job is because your money is unemployed. Now, if you put your money to work, then maybe, no, not maybe, for sure, you won't have to work that hard. Well, what if you put your money to work to the tune of 24% per month? That means your money would double every 3 months. So if you counted the months, month 1, then month 3, then 3 months later would be month 6, 3 months later would be month 9, then 12, then 15, then 18, then 21, then 24, then 27, and then 30, and then 33, and then 36. Now, let's say with this illustration that you start with the same $1,000, right? You start with $1,000. You never put any more in. You never take any out for 3 years, 36 months. 36 months is 3 years, but you start with $1,000. How much do you have in 36 months? Here's what some people say. Well, $36,000. Some people say, well, you'd have $100,000. Some people say you have $300,000. Well, let's see. You're going to double this money every 3 months for 36 months. So how much money do you have? Let's see. You take the $1,000. You have $2,000 in month 3. You have $4,000 in month 4. You have $8,000 in month 9. You have $16,000 in month 12. Anybody want to change their answer? Okay, well, let's keep going. You have $32,000 in month 15. You have $64,000 in month 18. You have, it's about to get juicy here, $128,000 in month 21. And in 2 years, you have $256,000, $256,000, which means you have $512,000 in month 27, and you have $1,024,000 in month 30. You have $2,048,000 in month 33, and you have $4,096,000 in month 36. If you can consistently get 24% per month for 36 months, and you don't ever take any out, you don't ever put any more in, you start with $1,000, you have $4,096,000. Now, here's the challenge. Here's the challenging part. Now you got to figure out, how can I get 24% per month? And the answer is, I don't know. You have to look. Are there ways to get 24% per month? Well, there are ways. There are some people who invest in markets. There are some people who invest in the commodities market that do this. There are people who invest in the options market who do this. There are some people in the stock market. It's going to be a lot less likely, especially if you're doing long-term buy and hold. But there are strategies that you can do with your money. You could become, now you're not going to get 24% per month, but even if you got 24% per year, you'd have $4.6 million in 36 years. That's a whole lot better than what most people got going on, because most people can figure out how to come up with $1,000. And if you figure out how to come up with $1,000 and you can start putting that money to work in different investment vehicles until you find the vehicle that's going to give you the best return, you could be on your way to creating legacy wealth for your family. Some of the people in the past who've created wealth, they've created so much wealth in such a short period of time because they made their money in the right economic era in which they started out, right? They made their money in the economic era in which they were in. But then what do? Then they applied the money that they made to this formula. Hey, what's going to happen for some of you? There's some of you watching this right now who are millionaires already. And here's the problem. You might have $3, $4, $5, $6 million sitting in the stupid bank in a stupid checking account. Do you understand what a checking account is? Do you have any idea what a checking account is? A checking account is an account where you loan your money to the bank interest free. And then they go loan that money to other people and back to you and charge you for it on a credit card. That doesn't make sense. Why would you loan your money to the bank interest free? Why not do with your money what the bank is doing with your money? Why not do with your money what the other financial institutions are doing with your money, instead of putting your money in the bank and hoping that putting it in a certificate of depreciation, deposit, that's what they call it, certificate, a CD, right? That doesn't make any sense. Figure out how to get your money working for you, because I've got news for you. If you don't remember anything else I say, remember this, and I'm going to end on this. If you don't remember anything else I say, remember this. Either your money is going to work for you or it's going to work against you. Either it's going to work for you and against the system, or it's going to work for the system and against.
All right. So what Myron Golden just talked about was the eighth wonder of the world, which Einstein tells us is compound interest. So we have that vehicle, we have the answer. Now, this is a disclaimer, and what we like for you to do is take a screenshot. Basically, this lets you know that we are in a highly regulated environment and we are in compliance. We have our partner, FinTech, who handles all of our regulation. Now, again, we have partnered with FinTech in a highly regulated environment so that we can continue to thrive and make sure that our partners are getting the best of the best in over the 150 countries that we operate in worldwide. So we know that 95% of people try to save and grow their money, and they've been using some of the traditional methods. Some people put them in saving accounts, some people put them in a 401k, some people put them in bonds, stocks, and markets, so much more. But we have a better way. We have entered into the digital era. So if you think about it, back in the day, we were dealing with people who had cassette tapes, 8 tracks. Then we moved on to CDs, and now technology has evolved such that most vehicles do not even have a CD player. We are in a streaming environment now because of how much we have evolved. We're going to talk about these phenomenal metaverse certificates. So if you think about the traditional banking system, CDs, you heard Myron Golden mention, we have the opportunity of a lifetime, in the lifetime of an opportunity. We have an Artemis that you can purchase, exchange your depreciating assets for $250. Then you're going to deposit another $250 to activate the compound interest. This one compounds 1.38%. This is the only certificate that does not have the bonus. But if you take a look at this Hermes, you would exchange your dollars for a $1,000 certificate. Then you're going to load it, which will bring you total out of pocket $2,000, and you're going to compound for 18 months. That's 78 weeks. You're going to receive $41.50. It's not a guarantee of income. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving financial advice, but it's going to generate approximately $10,000 to $15,000 in 18 months. Then you take a look at this Aphrodite, same thing. You're going to exchange 2,500 of your US depreciating dollars, and then you're going to load another 25, total out of pocket 5,000. It's going to give you approximately $103.75 per week. It's going to compound from between $24,000 to $31,000 at the end of the 18 months, and so on. And I'm going to skip on down here to Hera because I have a client who has purchased this. Total out of pocket was $60,000. This person has only compounded for 2 weeks. Right now, that certificate has already multiplied to $74,000. It's over $74,000. Yes, I know you may think this is too difficult to wrap your brain around. But what I can tell you is if you get back with the person who is sharing this with you, you would understand how this is very possible. And right now we have an opportunity in which you can purchase 3 certificates. So if you got the smallest one, the Artemis, 2 of those, and you got a Hermes, or you got 2 of the smallest one, maybe you got this Hera, or maybe you can get the Aphrodite. Doesn't matter. Whichever is the highest value certificate, you are going to receive a matching higher certificate of the same value for free. Who does that? Bank of America doesn't do that. I know Chase doesn't do that. So this is a phenomenal opportunity. So get back with the person who shared this with you and let us know that you are ready to get started. How do you get started? You register your free account. Yes, it's free to sign up. Then you fund your account. It's just a membership that opens you up to access to our $1 billion back office, where you have phenomenal technology that's going to assist you in doing your business. You're going to get access to the educational videos that will assist you in learning how to operate in this environment. And then you're going to share with other people. Do you have to share? No. But what I can tell you is when you take advantage of something like this, I think you will be almost selfish not to tell someone. But again, you are not required to tell anyone. You can just put your funds in, grow your money, and be happy and accumulate all the wealth that you want in that whole 18-month contract. But again, get back with the person who shared this with you, and let's get you started today. All right. This has been Billionaire Keisha, and we are out.